Hello, follow me today as I set up for growing tomatoes upside down. I'm going to be trying the bucket method, so the first thing you'll need is 1 or 2 buckets depending on how many you want to do. You'll need some soil and you'll need your tomato plants. Also, you need something to hang the bucket with. A standard shepherd hook will work, but since I have 2 tomato plants and 2 buckets, I'm using a double shepherd's hook. So the first thing we're going to need to do is take a hole saw. I have a 1 7/8 inch, but basically you need a hole saw that will be big enough that you can fit the stem of the plant through. So I'm going to drill some holes. This one's got a big nub that sticks up. The other one didn't stick up, so I need to flatten that somehow. Otherwise, my drill bit in the center here is going to walk off and the hole won't be in the center. I was able to just take a flat blade screwdriver and knock that piece out of there. So now I will drill it. Make sure to hold the bucket so it doesn't spin around. That still started to walk. Okay, so the first hole I drilled went perfect, right in the center. Cut a nice disc out that we don't need anymore. The second one, that nub that was basically right in the center of here, was sticking up higher on this bucket than it did on the other one. And I tried knocking it off with a screwdriver, and that got it flat, but the drill bit still wanted to walk away, so I tried using a center punch, and as you can see, it actually cracked the bucket. So I would not recommend using a center punch. If you can't get the small centering drill bit of the hole saw to not walk away from center, you can take the centering drill bit out and just start cutting where you want to with the hole saw, and that usually works too. So this will probably hit the blooper reel. At this next point, it's usually where the person adds dirt to the bucket and then inserts the plant. A lot of people squish all the roots and try to get it through that small hole, sometimes before, sometimes after adding all the dirt. I think it'll be easier to try to fold the plant up like that and get it to come through the hole from above so that the root base holds it in, and then we can add dirt on top of it. So that's how I'm going to try it. I'm going to try to film this from a couple angles. Here from inside the bucket, I'm folding the plant up and putting it through carefully until it's sticking out the bottom of the bucket. And now you have your upside down tomato. We just need to hang this and add the rest of the dirt. Now we'll go ahead and hang our bucket. Now if you have somewhere lower to hang the bucket when you add the dirt, that'll make it a little easier, and then you can put it up on this hanger. And after you add the dirt, all that's left is watering it and wait for the plant to grow. So to help reinforce that cracked bucket, what I did is I drilled a hole on either side of each crack and then just ran a zip tie through and secured that tightly and cut off the excess. And now that won't be able to spread open and crack more. This will stay together now. Right now I have the bucket about halfway full. I bought a 2 cubic foot bag of raised garden bed soil. I think halfway full is probably enough, but I want to see how far that goes in each of these buckets, and if there's still enough left, I'll fill them more. If you were only doing one of these, then a 1 cubic foot bag would be plenty enough soil. So to wrap up, I'll be hanging this one also, and then watering both of them. So there you have it, 2 upside down bucket tomatoes. I'll probably do an update in a couple weeks to show how they're doing. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.